Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We've been talking about the current state of Battlefield 6 for quite a while now. The franchise that we once knew and loved no longer exists. From the dark gritty atmosphere that the franchise used to have, to the current game only focusing on cosmetics that the community doesn't want. We've been rug pulled, and DICE clearly doesn't care about the future of this franchise. This is why I want to introduce to you guys a game I think could potentially be the Battlefield killer. This game, I'm convinced, will be able to take the spotlight that Battlefield used to inhabit before it became a Call of Duty clone. You've heard it before that games like World War III, Battlebit, and Delta Force were each Battlefield killers. But what I have here today is the true and definitive Battlefield killer. Umamusume. Yes, you heard that right, Umamusume, the silly horse gacha game. This is the game that will replace Battlefield. As a longtime fan of the Battlefield franchise since January, I can tell you with full confidence that Umamusume is the better overall game compared to Battlefield 6. First, let's talk about the big one, realism. Umamusume is grounded in realism. The characters in the game are based off of real horses. Battlefield 6 on the other hand, was advertised to be this grounded, serious game, but it doesn't even bother to name the weapons after their real-world counterparts. They didn't even bother to add real factions so as to not offend anybody. Like for example, Rare's NATO, and before someone comments, "Change factions, you're showing us Pax Armada." No, I don't wanna! Battlefield isn't realistic like how it used to be. What makes it worse is that they are trying to go with a fictional war instead of a real one. The events of Battlefield 3 and 4 really did happen in real life. The events in Battlefield 6 are not even based on reality. Not only does it break immersion, it shows how DICE, yet again, doesn't care for realism. Umamusume on the other hand has a lot of emphasis on the story. It even has dialogue options that could affect gameplay. Umamusume also has multiple anime adaptations. Battlefield doesn't even have a single one made for it. Umamusume also has a wide variety of storylines. An example of one is the rivalry between Daiwa Scarlet and Vodka. Meanwhile, we're still trying to figure out why exactly Pax Armada is going to war in the first place. Who even remembers the characters from the campaign anyways? Meanwhile, Umamusume has recognizable characters such as Agnes Saikion, the blue one that raps, Mambo, and of course Goldship. Maps are also a big thing that DICE is doing a horrible job at. Every map is essentially too tiny to even have any breathing room in. They don't even bother to add maps like Operation Metro into the game. Rather, they keep adding small maps that no one asks for. The developers over at DICE clearly don't understand how easy it is to simply copy and paste maps from Battlefield 3, 4, and 1 into Battlefield 6. Meanwhile, in Umamusume, there's a wide variety of tracks that the characters can run on, which includes but not limited to turf and dirt tracks, mile-long tracks, and of course right-handed tracks. They even have different weather conditions. Battlefield 6 doesn't even have dynamic weather. Now let's talk about the customization between both games. Battlefield 6, again, doesn't bother with realism. All of the soldiers in the game are wearing airsoft gear that are covered in neon bright colors. The weapons in the game also are covered in neon bright colors, as well as charms and stickers. This isn't what the community has been asking for. Meanwhile, in Umamusume, the characters can be seen wearing normal and realistic outfits. The characters look like they are about to run on a track, almost like the game understands that the characters that are racing each other should look like they're in a race. Sure, the characters could have different kinds of outfits, but those are meant to represent the characters and their personalities. You can even change out what outfit your character is wearing, as well as unlock new ones. In Battlefield 6, you are forced to play as the character that you don't want to play as, and on top of that, you are forced to buy the skins. Umamusume also has a wide variety of content for players to enjoy. You can do different careers, participate in daily races, and even watch storylines about some of the characters. Meanwhile, DICE is so incompetent that they are refusing to even update the end dimension. Not only that, but by the end of each season, there is nothing being added but a limited time mode no one asked for. Speaking about limited time modes, they brought back operations from Battlefield 1 for a limited time. But if you actually played it, you'll quickly realize that it's just 2 matches of breakthrough. So DICE can't even do the events correctly. And what's even more embarrassing is that Umamusume does their events way more better than BF6. I hope you guys see by now how DICE's incompetence with the Battlefield franchise has led to the players to move to the competition. DICE is refusing to listen to the feedback that players such as myself have been giving on Reddit. They clearly don't care since major issues in the game like running and jumping are still in the game. Previous games like Battlefield 4 never had these kinds of issues. Then again, that's when DICE actually cared about making a good game. Hopefully DICE will learn the hard way why players like me are moving on to Umamusume instead of playing that terrible Call of Duty clone they call Battlefield 6. If you enjoyed this video, please check out the URA Finals, which is ran by Traceant Academy, who are also the sponsor of this video. Yes, the Traceant Academy from Umamusume is sponsoring this video and are now the sponsor of this channel. As a result, this channel is now an Umamusume dedicated channel, so if you want to see more Uma related content, then this is the place for you. That is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, dislike if you dislike, subscribe if you want to see more Uma related content, and I will see you, not on the battlefield, but rather on the racetrack. So, goodbye for now.